I'm joining Sharon KOTZEN at her yard this morning. We'll learn a little bit more about the yard's runners on Friday. They get underway with Sunlit from Heaven in race 1. And Sharon, she'll be trying the Fairview turf for the first time.
Yes, back on the turf, she, in Cape Town she was running on the grass and her form's been pretty consistent. I think that if she sees the 2-4 out, I think she's going to be running a big race.
Fantastic. Now in race 2, the 2 runners, both undergoing a few equipment changes. Papa of Hamlin, who joins us here in shot, he's such a sweetie. He's going to be trying the blinkers for the first time. And Future Africa, the cheek pieces.
Yes, the pair of them, it's both second runs after the geldings. Papa of Hamlin, we put the blinkers on just to help him concentrate. As you can see, he's such a lovable horse. But we're going to start him up in the 1400 meters and we want to see him running on and see what he can do. Future Africa, he caught us out. He's never grabbed the bit and run, but in his last run with the blinkers on, he kind of like went too hard going down to the start and in the run as well. So, that's why his run was so bad. We brought him back to the 1400 meters, back to basics. Okay. It is the grass with a long straight and changed the blinkers for cheek pieces. So hopefully there can be a difference in him as well.
We move to race 3 where we will see Irontail. Now he's racing off a short break.
Yes, Irontail's also dropped nicely in the merit ratings. He didn't enjoy the poly at all. So we just had to sit and wait for a race for him. And then on top of it all, when you get to the grass, he can't pull a draw. So luckily the field broke up. He does have a wide draw, but am expecting a much better run from him.
2 runners in race 4. Dowser, he's run 2 really smart races so far for the yard. And Treasure Hunt, she'll also be starting for the yard for the 3rd time.
Treasure Hunt, very consistent, ran a cracker last run. I think she's going to really enjoy the 1400 meters on the grass. I think, the previous run was kind of like a little bit too far for her. I thought we would get away with it on the poly, but on the grass I think 1400 is much better suited to her. Dowser, it's got a wide draw. I think it might be a touch short for him, but in saying that, he's very consistent and I think he's going to be competitive as well.
In race 6, Get It Done has been thereabouts in all recent starts.
Another filly, very super consistent. It broke up to a small field originally, so I reinstated her because she's another filly that can't pull a draw. And I see everybody else had the same idea as me, jumped on the bandwagon, so she is drawn wide, but she can't stand in the box. We'd rather take our chance.
The feature of the day, the ladies' bracelet over the mile. 2 runners here from the yard, and we danced. Well, she is absolutely super, in brilliant form, and 8-time winner, especially effective over course and distance. She'll be joined by Medler's Tart, who actually ran a very smart race, cutting back to the mile last time out.
Yeah, and we dance. She's honest and super consistent. She was very unlucky in her last start that she got hampered with, and that broke her stride going into the finish. She loves a course and distance. She's a super filly, expecting a big run from her. Medler's Tart, back on the grass with a long straight. Her last run was in open company against really hard-knocking boys, and she didn't finish far off them. It was really a cracking run. She is looking for a little bit further, but I think you'll definitely see a very good run from her as well.
And in race 8, War Launch, his merit rating has fallen well.
I'm at a loss for words with War Launch. His work is so good, but on a race day, I don't know what happens to his brain. He seems to do too much too early as the gates open. He just grabs a bit and goes. We've brought him back again to the 1000 meters, so hopefully that can do the trick.
Well, let's hope we see that improvement from War Launch. It is always rather frustrating when a horse shows decent work at home and battles to bring it to the course, so we'll cross our fingers for better from him.